Winston and Felix here in that order of importance. Now, the Fed is going to do its best tomorrow to derail the market rally, and I'm going to tell you why they'll fail. So Jay Powell is testifying tomorrow in Washington. Democrats are going to try and hammer him on the economic damage, the unemployment he's causing and the misery he's causing to people, and Republicans are going to hammer him with the with the fact that inflation is still super high and the job isn't done. Why the heck are you pausing rate hikes? Because they'd love nothing better than a really deep recession, because that's what's going to win them the next election, right? See, Winston agrees with that. Load of nonsense, isn't it, Winston? Politics. So how is he going to come up with that? Well, the trouble with Jay Powell is that his story doesn't make any sense. He told a story last week to a group of financial journalists, and everyone in the room is like, that makes no sense. You can't say you're going to pause rates now, but you will definitely raise more next July, next month. Because if that was the case, you would have just raised rates right now, and no one believed him. The market didn't believe him, the market continued to rally. So he's got this tail to spin here that he isn't really going to be able to. Now, they will also hammer him on banks, because small banks are failing. Yes, they are. Now, more discussion on small bank failures is probably going to cause more bank failures, and that isn't good for small and regional banks. So they might take a bit of a hit there. KRE is the ETF on that one. But the market actually likes banks failing. Why? Because it's the bad news is good news story, where another small bank failure is going to discourage the Fed from raising rates more, because the more they raise rates, the less the value of the government bonds on the books of these banks, and therefore essentially the more bank runs we get. So the Fed's causing these bank runs, right? So what do you do about that then? And how do you trade this? How do you make money out of this? Well, first of all, you sign up for the webinar that I'm holding on Wednesday, 21st. That's in like 12 hours or 24 hours or something like that, depending on when you watch this, where Winston will tell you how we trade, the full strategy. We'll do some live trading together, won't we, Winston? And it's free. I literally give it away. So join us, felixfriends.org/webinar, our little bit to help people understand how the market works. And the next step, I'd say, is, look, this is a trading market. You have to pick stocks, and stocks will move for certain weeks, and you make money out of that. That's one thing I would do, and I would learn how to do that. I put out a video on that on Saturday, where we go through tons of technical and chart analysis, which I think is quite useful. And I really appreciate how many of you watched that, like 23,000 or something, which is tremendous for a little channel like ours, isn't it, Winston? And if you are not bothered with the short term, if you're not bothered only with the long term, then after you've destroyed the subscribe button, you will watch the next video, which teaches you the fundamentals in a really in-depth way of how you actually pick great stocks that do well for the long run. And Winston worked really hard on that one, so watch that one. It's called How to Train Your Brain to Pick 10x Stocks, and Winston's already internalized that one. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for the, I think, almost 1,500 people who subscribed to this channel in the last 7 days. Thank you so much for that. It's very, very, well, it encourages us, doesn't it, Winston? It encourages us to make more videos and help more people get on the path to financial freedom. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.